Hello, folks. So, in today's world, there's a lot of distraction, right? Like when people use their phones or see the TV, see any screen, right? There's a lot of distraction on apps, applications, on videos, on anything, right? So, I'm using this app called Strava, and they actually help you reduce the distraction. For example, on settings page, they actually have this thing saying display, and on display they say the default tab is actually is it the activity feed or is it the recording activity, is it that, right? So recording activity is the thing that people usually do on Strava to record their activities. So is it that tab that you want by default when you open the app, right? So now, because activity feed is basically just is similar to say social media feed or say Twitter feed or Facebook timeline and whatnot, it'll actually distract you by looking at the activities of different people, and it'll also have notifications and whatnot. You would rather actually just open up the record activity tab by default when you open the app, so that way your distraction is pretty less and you can just start recording the activity instead of, like, even for YouTube, when I open up YouTube app, I quickly go to the U section so that I don't see recommendations, suggestions and whatnot, because I don't want to actually get hooked up and hooked into the YouTube app. The same is true for Strava. Whenever I open Strava, what I used to do was, like, I quickly just click the record button so that I don't see anything on the activity feed, the timeline and whatnot. So I think it's important to ensure that you help your users. So if you're an app, or if you're a TV show, or if you're a whatever you're a service or company business, you try to ensure that you help your users reduce the distraction and focus on the main thing that you provide, the service or whatever. And in Strava, it is mainly recording activities, especially. So they help you do that. But someone needs to know that this setting is available on display, where there's a default tab setting on the display, and you can choose activity record activity as the default tab instead of activity feed as the default tab. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about how distractions are the most common thing and the main thing these days to hook people into apps and whatnot, and services. So this is actually a great way by Strava to help users not get hooked into the activity feed, and by default start recording activity whenever they open the app. So yeah, I mean, and this also encourages people to start recording activities than just use the activity feed and keep scrolling on the feed, right? So yeah, that's all I had for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.